At this time, the chair recognizes Councilman Jones, who will present a resolution recognizing Brent Rudy Edwards. Would Brent Rudy Edwards and those accompanying him please join the councilman at the podium? Chair recognizes Councilwoman Parker, Councilman Green, Councilman Taubenberger, Councilman Gim, and Council Lady Blondell Reynolds Brown.
So, as a proud alumnus of Overbrook High School, the school on the hill, we haven't seen a basketball championship, Councilwoman Bass or Councilman Green, in a minute. We haven't seen a football championship in a while from West. You know, they win the Turkey Bowl. But what we do real well at Overbrook is grow heroes, all right? And let me just check, see if I see an S on his chest or an O on his chest. It's Overbrook, not Superman. But I want to recognize somebody that all too often, if you watch the media, they depict our young people in a negative way. All too often, when you watch television, you only see the negative side of what young people represent. But what I'm showing you today is the best of what we can expect from our youth in this country and definitely in this city. Because everybody at some point in their life is afraid. I don't care what you say, at some point in their life you had to look yourself in the mirror and find out where courage lives. And at that time when you're afraid, what you do next determines the measure of the person. I want to introduce to some and reacquaint to others and recognize the heroism of Brent Rudy Edwards that occurred on the morning of Saturday, May 27th, 2017, when he rescued his one-year-old nephew from a fire in the Overbrook section of Philadelphia. Whereas on Saturday, May 27th, 2017, at approximately 10:30 a.m., a fire started inside a toaster oven at a row home on the 1000 block of Flander Road in the Overbrook section of Philadelphia. 8 family members were inside the residence at the time, and
whereas the family escaped, they realized their one-year-old relative Bryce was still inside as flames billowed out of the window. That is when Brent Rudy Edwards, a sophomore at Councilman Jones' alma mater, Overbrook High School, ran into the house to rescue his one-year-old nephew. And whereas the house was overcome with smoke as Edwards ran in, he couldn't see anything as he searched frantically for his nephew. Then suddenly he heard a sound, a baby's cough. Edwards reached out, grabbed a tiny arm, and scooped up his nephew, Bryce. Holding him close to his chest, Edwards staggered back outside, where he gave the baby to his mother and collapsed on the landing. Man.
Whereas, overcome by smoke inhalation, Edwards was taken to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. He was released the following day. As Edwards recovers, he is grateful that his baby nephew is alive and well. And whereas,
in the words of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. The true neighbor will risk his position, his prestige, and even his life for the welfare of others. And
whereas too often, Philadelphia's everyday heroes go unacknowledged when they step up and act on someone else's behalf. More often these days, we hear about the selfishness of young people. The action of Brent Rudy Edwards is an example of altruism, selflessness, compassion, and bravery.
Whereas it is a pleasure and a great privilege to be able to acknowledge a City of Philadelphia resident who goes above and beyond the call of duty to ensure the well-being and safety of another individual. Now, therefore,
be it resolved by the Council of the City of Philadelphia that it hereby recognize the heroism of Brent Rudy Edwards that occurred on Saturday, May 27, 2017, when he rescued his one-year-old nephew from a fire in the Overbrook section of Philadelphia. Further resolved that an engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to Brent Rudy Edwards as evidence of our sincere respect and appreciation of this legislative body. Will you join me in welcoming Rudy, is that your nickname? Rudy, here today as our hero.
Not many of them all stand up. Thank you for what
They don't do that for everybody.
They don't do that forever. I
They don't do that for everybody.
So the chair now recognizes Brent Rudy Edwards for some remarks, as well as the Principal Edwards, or Principal Jackson.
I am honored everybody took the time out their day just to reward me today, but I saved my nephew out of love. Thank you.
On behalf of Brent's mother, who could not be here today, and definitely Overbrook High School, we thank you for recognizing this young man who is definitely an asset to our community every day. Thank you very much.
Council may be at ease.